What's going on, everybody? I hope you all have been well. We're going to jump right in here and see what has been going on with USDJPY. This one's going to be short and sweet. I just want to provide a little update here. So, as I've talked about in the last few weeks, whenever there is chop, consolidation, ranging price, this is where the most volume is accumulated in the market. There's orders that stack above, there's orders that stack below. And at this point in time, both sides of the field have been swept. So I'm waiting to see if we're going to tap back into that region yet again. What we have here on this daily chart is price sweeping back up to this weekly level. Now, these are all-time highs for this pair, right? So what I'm thinking is there's a lot of belief being held around these levels. Remember, whenever there's some sort of significant level in the market, there's beliefs that are being formed. And those beliefs, when they're strong enough, are what traders ultimately act on, right? You wouldn't get into a position unless you believed a certain something was going to happen. So right now, we've seen a push up into that region and a push up just through it, but ultimately price closing lower. So what I'm imagining is there's actually a lot of bullish demand. I actually think there's a lot of people that think we're going to see some new all-time highs. Not just a wick through it, but actually new highs. Like we're going to be finding some price discovery within the next week, couple weeks, however long it takes. But before that, I think there was enough bullish demand here that we might have been trapping orders long. And these trapped orders long are going to need to be liquidated before price can continue into those higher highs. So I think we might be in for a little bit of bearish price action. And I drew this here before. I need to extend it backwards just so you can see what I'm referring to. But we have a little bit of a price gap here where price is closing into these lower lows. It's respecting this subtle volume that's being trapped in these areas, okay? So I'm looking back into this region where there was all this volume, right? There's several areas where price could liquidate all of the long orders that it's taken. It could be here, it could be back down into here, which is essentially this level that I'm looking at. Let me get rid of this box real quick so you can make it clear. Areas of liquidity, right? Areas where price could push back down into that. It could buy back shares at cheaper prices. As remember, it just sold to everyone that was going long, selling off at the highest price, buying it back at a lower price. That equals profit, right? So I think institutions could be looking to sell this off and actually take liquidity at these lower levels, but we're going to wait and see. We also have this weekly level here right at the top of this range. So given that we actually break this range, if we do, we're going to see either this level or the next weekly level low. See, so on this weekly chart, we have these inside bars here where we essentially created this zone where liquidity is being trapped. Right? We had 2 candles, 2 weeks that were just forming within that. Then we had that significant sweep low that happened. When was that? At the beginning of March, breaking out of the zone, taking a whole lot of liquidity on the short side, market makers buying that back at lower prices, pushing it up higher. Long demand started to form. And what I think is happening is this could push back into this region before we ultimately see some higher highs. Now, like I said, that does require this level to be broken. Right here, this weekly level, which was the top of these inside bars, which looks like consolidation on this lower time frame than the weekly. So we're going to wait and see. But what do y'all think is happening here? I personally would love to see some higher highs, but I'm not sure if the market's ready for that yet. I think we might have to dump off some shares. We might have to take more liquidity. In other words, market makers might need to buy back their shares at lower prices in order to actually make that a more profitable move if we take these into higher highs. All right, so that's all I got for now. I hope you all have been having an awesome week and happy trading to you all. Take care.